I'll tell y'all something valuable today, something that if you bring this with you, anytime you go to jail, they can never, ever force you to be sober. Yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to make that hooch today.
You'll be fucking fat girls in no time. You might even fight a nigga or two. Bitch.
And you can do this shit, I'm telling you, even if you're fucking broke, okay? Even if you got no money on your books to get shit from the commissary, you can still make that liquor. You're gonna need orange juice, and sometimes you can substitute for, half of it being apple juice or something like that. Or, you could use all apple juice. It's just going to take a little longer. But the best is if you can get some fucking orange juice. Next, you're going to need just like a couple teaspoons of fruit, like mandarin oranges. You could use a fucking peach. You could use anything. You don't need a whole lot. But, a couple spoonfuls of some fruit like that. Grapes, anything like that. And mush it up. Third, you're going to need some sugar. Now, there's a few different ways you can get the sugar. Some commissaries sell sugar cubes. Some of them sell Kool-Aid it's already got the sweetener in it. And you got to get the kind with the sugar in it. Some of them don't have that. You can substitute for a bag of Jolly Ranchers and scrape fucking frosting off a cake and shit like that. Use your head.
He's got intelligence.
Last, you're going to need some bottles. Some good pop bottles, because you're going to have to put it in there and burp the shit for several days. All right? Now, here's the process. You take about half of a 20-ounce pop bottle of orange juice, and you fucking crush up that teaspoon or a couple teaspoons of fruit, and you put it in there. Let it sit for 3 full days. After 3 full days, I take that and I pour it into a pop bottle. Like I said, it'll fill up half of it. And then I fill it up almost the rest of the way with fresh orange juice. Okay? Notice I said almost the rest of the way. You got to leave it like that far from the top, because remember, you got to still put the sugar and shit in. Then I add the sugar that I'm going to use. Now, notice that I put fresh orange juice in on top of the old shit. Because if you just throw sugar into all old orange juice like that, that's days old, it's going to fucking explode out of there. I've done it. So that's why I add the new orange juice, to help it to not explode as I'm putting it all together.
Genius. Yeah. Genius.
After you get it in the pop bottle, squeeze. I like to squeeze whatever air is out of the top. It's just a little bit, but so that way the bottle's pushed in a little bit when I put the cap on. And what's going to happen now is the fruit and orange juice has deteriorated a little bit. It's decomposed, and as it is decomposed, it's created a bacteria. Now, when you add the sugar, the bacteria eats the sugar, and that makes alcohol, but it also releases a gas. So remember how I said the sides of the pop bottle were pushed in?
Yes.
Eventually, they're going to be pushed out tight. Like rock hard. What you got to do when they get really, really hard is release the pressure with the cap. And what I like to do is I like to squeeze as hard as I can, so that way I get that little bit of bubble out and then close it so that the sides go in just a little bit. And you do that. You continue burping every few hours, or whenever they get really, really, really tight. You burp them every time they do that for the next 3 days. So from start to finish, it should take like 6 days. 3 days of it in the cup with the fruit, and then, like I said, pour it in a bottle, add fresh orange juice, then the sugar, and then 3 more days burping it like that. To make it extra, extra strong, right when I put the sugar in and the new orange juice, I put the cap on, and I put that bitch in a sink of warm water. Bacteria doesn't like to get super cold, so I like to put it in the warm water as much as I can, and that helps it up. It'll speed it up. You don't want to shake the things, but put them in the warm water. Now, also, when you store them, sometimes you got to put them under your bed, but don't put them directly on the floor. Put them on a notebook or something, so that the cold floor doesn't get them super cold and shit like that.
Fucking champion.
If they're doing searches all the time and searching your cell but not searching you, put a bottle in each sock and sag your pants and walk around with them on you. I've done this.
How's it taste, motherfucker?
No, the shit does not look good. No, the shit does not taste good. But the shit'll get you drunk. I mean drunk, red-faced, slurry, spitty. I've been scummy-ass drunk off jail hooch so bad so many times.
I'm drunk. 99 bananas. I'm drunk.
And that's how you make booze in jail. You don't need no effing yeast. The fruit makes the bacteria. You don't need no effing yeast. Besides, the people are trying to use like yeast for cooking bread. That's not brewer's yeast. All you need is the fruit and the orange juice.